Welcome back to another Steins Zero review. Today is episode 14. I'm
Woo!
Justin,
What is up? I'm Logan.
and together with Couch Talk, as always, we are anime viewers only, no source material. We're discussing the episode and give our scores at the end. You ready to jump into this?
I'm
Now that we're back from a week break,
for
since we
real.
hit that halfway point.
I always hate
I
breaks.
think it's 26 episodes, 24. I don't know. Point is, we're past our break.
I hate breaks.
And after the break, we're also several months later. So we got a little time gap in that break.
We did. We also got a little change to the opening.
Yeah, we did get it.
It played like the second part of the song and also had some visual changes, which was pretty neat. Nothing like groundbreaking, but
I do love the opening though. It's got both hope and like depression in it at the same time.
yeah.
And it's like, yeah, this is great.
But time skip.
Woo-hoo.
Very fitting
So-
since we had to wait too.
Yeah, so they're still looking for Kagari basically. So starts out like Daru, Suzuha, and Maha all talking. Basically, they're planning on using the time leap machine, just build out the phone microwave again to try to jump back
Right.
to solve some of the issues. As you know, like later in, it's even more kind of like set in stone. They need to do it because Suzuha realizes that Kagari's been brainwashed for a long time.
Right. Which we
not just
theorized.
Yes, well, actually, a lot of our theories kind of popped up in this episode. But there's other.
You know when they make that machine, that's when shit's going to go down. Because
Yes.
everything's going to happen when they start using it.
Yeah, it was like there's a few things that are going weird, but like, you know, Fubuki is back in the hospital again just for a checkup, but it sets up a few things because some of the characters leave their places, and as Suzuha walks out, she sees Kaguri's toy in the hallway, which obviously that had to just been placed not too long ago. It could have been there like several months, and she just now notices.
Right. I
So-
mean, it's out there in the open, so clearly Kaguri's been by recently.
Yes.
Dropped her toy, which is surprising since she is obsessed with it.
Yeah, she must have been spying or something. or she broke out of the brainwash for just a little bit,
Right.
and she was able to set it up maybe as a message or something. But also by setting up Fubuki in the hospital helps the professor and Okabe run into each other again. Mr. Suspicious
Can I
Professor.
say that this is so incredibly suspicious? The same, literally months have passed since they've seen Kaguri. The same day they see the professor, look who shows up later. Is that not incredibly suspicious?
Yeah, you mentioned, yeah.
Like-
Very, like, we keep thinking like he's in it somehow.
He's got to. Unless they're trying to make it to where, like, he's a bluff. Like, they're making it kind of obvious, so I fall for, like, a trick. But he has to be.
Yeah, it ends up he's like a super good guy the whole time.
Right.
He's actually trying to help solve these issues.
Right.
And all we're just like, it's him! That's the bastard! And it's like, nope, he's actually fine.
But he has to be involved in some way, though. Like,
Yeah, he's involved somewhere. Especially with Amadeus. He's definitely involved.
right.
Yeah, and then we got, Amadeus and Maho talking about the time machine. I was like, you got those memories. I was just like, if the parts were in front of me, I'd probably still build it. Now, using it, that's a different thing. But being able
Right.
to prove you can do it, that's one thing.
I mean, we also see more of Maho's, like, envious side come out, too. She's very envious of Makise.
Well, I would say it's probably like the same with like a lot of scientists were with like Einstein or Hawking and stuff like that. They wish they were as smart as them.
Right.
It's not quite.
Which is, I mean, obviously reasonable.
Yeah, it's just like
She just seems to downplay herself too much. Like, she's like, oh, even when she was talking to Daro and them, she's like, remember, you had Karisu, so it's not guaranteed I can do it. Like, you had
Yeah,
her
and
brain.
they kind of give it the conversion like you're a genius in your own way too, right? Like
You know, which she
it's kind
is.
what she kind of gets to towards the end, when she talks about like Mozart and then the other dude, whatever his name
Right.
was, where he was
Solari.
like, yeah,
Solari.
Solari,
Something
where
like that.
he was able to do his own music, be good there, but just couldn't quite hit that Mozart level. But it happens.
It
Someone's always gonna be
happens.
better than you, no matter
Right.
how you look at it. And then back to the lab where Suzuha fake takes a shower. She's smart.
That was
She knows what's
clever.
up.
She knew
Yeah.
something was going on.
And I think she tied up like a little thing and then make it look like a person's in there, right?
That
But I don't
was
think Kagure ever got to the point to be able to like see if something was in there really too well before Suzuha just pulled out the gun and was like, yo, who are you trying to attack me?
clever though.
It was very
But I
clever.
did not expect. I felt I was like, holy shit, we're finally gonna figure out who's under the mask. No, it's well, Kagure's obviously under the mask, but that's not the original under
Yeah,
the
yeah, it's
mask
not her.
person.
As soon as I was talking with Darla, she's like, not her because we had Kagure with us that day at the same time at the shrine. So,
Right.
which I guess your couple theories are still open for who was under the mask. Nothing's been shot down yet.
Right.
So,
And I mean,
um,
she's obviously brainwashed. Like, she
oh
turns
yeah, she
into
was
some.
true.
She's from some super frail, like, crying girl to like some secret agent ninja. That's
It's true. She's because Darla was like she was crying when she left, but when she before that she was the voice of God says I shall kill you. Just dead eyes, like
man. That was actually
no,
intense.
yeah, no personal like emotions left in there when you're brainwashed. Which and that's when they figure out that she's been brainwashed for a long time, so they got to go
Right. But this also
back or forward. Like it's
they gotta go forward.
they gotta go somewhere to like stop her
They
from
got
being brainwashed. They gotta go.
they have to go forward.
They would have to go forward, right?
Yes.
Not just forward. They have to go forward back to the original world line or whatever, right? Or within what?
They need to
whatever
go
world line that she gets brainwashed in. So I'm sure there's a
yes.
world line where she doesn't get brainwashed, right? So you have to be careful.
They need to go to the time before she went back into the past. Because she was being brainwashed during that time. Which we already talked about last
Yeah,
episode.
we talked about because that one doctor was doing it.
That one doctor.
Whereas,
Yeah. Wonder who
hey,
that is.
or is a bait, or is it a
That
bait?
one professor.
Thanks, Mayuri. You got Kaguri brainwashed.
Hey, she didn't know.
She didn't know.
Well, even
Uh,
even Suzuha brings up the
yeah, it was the
bureau's.
bureau professor.
Yeah. It's gotta be him. It's gotta be him. I don't know what I will even
He's
think.
too nice for it to be him, Logan.
He's such a fake,
With his
Justin.
secret door that went somewhere that we still don't know
For
about.
real, what'd he
It
do?
can't
Like,
be him.
it's gotta be him. I will be mind blown if it's someone that's not him. Like,
It's his father. They look alike. They sound alike. They're both professors. But his father was a therapist and not a normal scientist. See? You gotta think out there, man. Or not his... Could be his son. I don't know. It's not his son. Too old for that.
sure.
Anyway, Daru invites Maho to come back to Japan, which Maho does. She decides that, we've already talked about a little bit about how she decides to be, Solari or whatever. He's fine. He's a good dude. I'm going to be like him. come
Right.
back,
I think
work on this time machine, and get this done.
right. I think she had a realization like I can make my own path, even though it's similar to hers. If I use my own knowledge and my own like
Could technically make it better. You don't know.
right, like if
As
I
long as
do
it
it on my
works,
own
that's all they need.
without any of her help, then it's my achievement, you know. But
I think the simple thing is find who did the brainwashing, stay in your present time, kill them, causes
can
a
you
mass.
just start killing people? Is that allowed?
It only affects the future, not the past. If you do it in the present, so it's okay. Affecting the past is worse. Okay, affecting the future, that's fine. The future hasn't happened yet.
True.
Technically, it has happened, but at the same time, it hasn't. Time is weird like that.
Yeah. Time is very touchy, but next episode's this is we're starting the wild ride
Yeah,
right
we're
now.
starting the spiral.
Here it comes. I don't know if I'm ready,
I'm ready.
but that was it. That's the episode.
It is. You want to jump in the scores?
Sure.
You know what? I think I'll get 8.5 somewhere there. Like, I just really like how everything's being set up again after this break. And any scenes, like, first of all, Daru and Suzaha together is always just, like, incredible interactions. I think every time it's done, it's just well done. And, you know, they've been getting a lot of alone time to have these one-on-one scenes in these last few episodes. And I'm actually a huge fan of that. Just actually, one thing Steins does well is, like, one-on-one character interactions. Like, even with, like, Maho and Amadeus. And just those two together, like, Daru and Maho and Suzaha, those were great. Like, anytime they're just doing interaction between the characters, like, it's always really good. And I'm glad we're getting set up to see what's going next. And I'm ready.
Yeah, I have to agree. I like this setup episode a lot. I feel like we're gonna finally start unraveling some of these mysteries that are going about, like who brainwashed her, why'd they do it, what's the professor up to, who's the original Black Helmet person. Like, I wonder if they're gonna tell Okabe though about their time leap machine.
It doesn't seem like they are wanting, because they said in the beginning they're not going to do it because he's going to tell them not to do it.
Right.
And Daru was like, so they mentioned like, oh, the only time he's ever been like super serious is when he's been talking about not going into the, like, not messing with time.
I wonder how that's gonna work though, because he'll know, right? Reading
Yeah, I
Steiner
know,
will-
because Susan also mentions like, oh, he's got the reading Steiner, so he needs to do this. But
right. I wonder if something will happen to kick off Okabe to want to wanna join
yeah,
in.
man. Like Daru was saying, it will be soon when he's back to. Whoa!
That's gonna be an amazing scene when Hyoin Koma comes back, ready for action. But yeah, it was a good episode.
Yeah, definitely great. That does it.
Spiel time.
As always, it's time to get brainwashed. Be sure to like the video, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be notified every time we upload. Comment down below. Let us know what you thought about the episode we didn't like. No confirming, denying spoiler theories or spoilers, anything like that. If we're anime viewers only, and plenty others are. Streamer at twitch.tv. Links in the description below, along with social media. And until next time, peace out.
See ya.